Xavier Wills, RX Muscle Australia. I'm here with Shane Humphries. We're here to wrap up the 2013 IFBB O'Mara Classic. Shane, awesome venue. We'll start off with that. It was the best venue I've probably been in an amateur combat ever. I mean, I can't think of one, but I've been close to, really.
I think we had 1,200 seater tickets. I mean, look at the place now. It's a big venue. I think they're still standing room for another couple hundred. The back area for the guys was great. It wasn't crowded. And stage, the lighting could probably be a little bit different. But I think overall, yeah, definitely the best venue I've seen. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, 1,200 seats sold out at the finals, standing room only, and it was pretty packed. So I mean, it's credit to Mike and what he's done and what he's done for these athletes, because I know this venue was not cheap by any means.
It was a big risk, and I think the gamble he's made has paid off. I mean, yeah, all we've heard tonight is compliments on the show. So yeah, big risk and it's paid off.
Yeah. Now in bikini, the bikini overall was a stacked class. I mean, there was 5 girls up there, and you could make a case for each one of them to legitimately.
You think there's all these different variances and different judges' items, but there was 5 girls up there, and they all had the same physique. They all had the same characteristics. Probably the most consistent judging I've actually seen with bikini. So it was definitely good.
I mean, it's good judging all day. It was Zia Smekta. I'm probably butchering that name, but she came out. She had the red bikini on. She had a combination of everything. I mean, she had the small waist. Good from every angle. Do you think she was a deserving winner?
I think it was definitely, in my opinion, it was a toss-up between her and the lady in the orange bikini. I can't remember her name. I think those two are very close. But again, you could have picked any one of them. I think it was just a preference on the day. But I think she still deserved to win.
Yeah. Now, in men's classic, Christoph Sissi, I saw him and I thought, like, how the hell is this dude in classic? Yeah. He had a very small waist. His legs were separated. He could have been a fraction harder, but overall, he was in good condition. He was tall, crazy shapes. What did you think of him?
Yeah, exactly. We just said his back's 4 foot wide. The guys, I think probably he'd be about 6'2", 6'3", in the high 90s. I think with that sort of height, and monstrous back, good condition. As he could have come in a bit harder, but I think his body was pretty much faultless for classic. It was just a bigger version.
Definitely. Now in juniors, that was extremely good junior class. I mean, you had your guy in there, Ty Lucas, and the winner came out, Nick Babji. He, like I said when I interviewed him, I said you're like a mini Luke Shembry. You've got the thick chest, you've got all the other good thick body parts. It's just a matter of him, I suppose, developing and continue to grow.
I saw him compete I think it was about a year ago, and he's packed on some major muscle since then. I think in the morning show he was a little bit softer. At night show he definitely come on, and he was a lot leaner and a lot harder. Definitely a good lineup. Ty, obviously, he's my boy, so I'm going to be biased. But Ty's got some great legs, got some great assets, and also he's evolved in the last 12 months. Paul View, a couple of weeks out from Worlds, put on some good size since March as well. Paul View's got great symmetry. It's a little bit soft today, otherwise he would have come in a bit harder, but I think he's concentrating on Worlds. So junior was a good lineup.
Ty, like you said, Ty's legs were out of his world, crazy. He can work on a few little things on his upper body, but I mean, if he had that, he probably, he would have been the winner. So
it was very close. I mean, speaking to the judges after, the bit of feedback from my perspective, and they thought it was toss up on either hand, so it was good feedback, definitely.
Paul Vu, like you said, he could have been a bit harder. I mean, Paul, he's added some size since March. I mean, you can't knock his improvements he's made there. He's a little bit harder. It looked like he might have been even holding a bit of water, and it kind of varied a bit.
First thing we said that he's definitely holding water, and as I said, I still don't think he was too concerned about tonight. Maybe a bit of posing practice for him, and obviously, he come to compete, but I think he's definitely concentrating on Worlds, and if he has to look like that for now, probably benefit him in 2 weeks.
Now, Nick Ludicades, I'm probably butchering that name. I got it right in the interview when we did it, but he was Mr. Shredded. He was the hardest guy of the day, bar none. I mean, what do you think of him?
I haven't seen a guy probably in the last 5 years come in that peeled. He was see-through. His glutes were styrated. He was absolutely insane. I spoke to Nick. I know Nick. He's done a few comps before. It was a big prep for him. It was almost 6 months of prep.
He said it was 6 months, 27 weeks. So.
Yeah, 27 weeks exactly. And I think he stopped doing cheat meals about 6 weeks into his dieting. So Nick's very dedicated. I know him personally, and consistency paid off, and their dedication definitely paid off. He was peeled.
Yep. Now in the under 90 kilo men, we had Johnny Afoa taking that one out. That was a pretty packed class. I mean, we had Ben Patula down in third and Dimitri in second. What did you think of the way that played out?
Mate, Johnny is massive. I mean, under 90 kilos, and the guy looks like a monster. Dimitri definitely come a long way since last year. I think he's still got to come up a bit harder on the hammies and the glutes. His waist was nice and narrow this year. It wasn't so blocky. Where in March, I think it was a little bit blockier. His upper body's can't really good. Ben was obviously last year's winner. I think it was a pretty tough call between second and third. Again, might have been judge's preference. I probably Yeah, I'm not sure. It's hard to say, but I think that was definitely the top three anyway.
Yeah. Ben was the thicker between Dimitri and Ben.
Yep.
Ben was a bit thicker,
Yep.
but Dimitri probably had that little bit more conditioning, maybe a little bit more pleasing shape. But
Definitely.
overall, was very close there.
Yep.
Now in the over hundreds, I mean, it was a runaway. Shane Smith. He looked absolutely sensational.
Yep.
Shocked me. He walks out on stage and you just go, "That's a winner."
Yeah,
You know?
I know Shane's a good friend of mine, and I've been obviously following Shane since he started prep, and I think it was would have been about 8 weeks ago, and I just saw him, and I just saw this evolution. You know, Shane just evolved week at a week at a week at a time. You know, he was 99 kilos at FedEx last year, and he weighed at the weigh-in here, not even a year later, and it was 116.1. You know, it's a massive difference, and I mean, you saw the condition of Shane tonight. He'll put up a good contender for nationals anyway. I've got my money on him, so
Definitely a good contender. I mean, with that national.
there's always a freak out there, but yeah, I'll put money on him. So
I mean, yeah, like we're saying he'll definitely win, but I'm sure there's someone in Queensland might say the same thing.
Yeah,
so
yeah, definitely.
I can't wait to see how that plays out.
good lineup.
But I just want to mention Barbie Heng. She won her pro card. She got awarded a pro card rather. She finished second at the Worlds in Ukraine probably about 4 or so weeks back.
Yep.
I mean, she's more than deserving. She came out 4 weeks post comp and looked sensational and did a quarter turns and all that kind of stuff.
Collection,
I mean, I know I think we've got the only bikini pro card holders. I think in Australia.
Yep, definitely. I mean, we've got. How many have we got now? We've got 4 or 5 now.
We've got Nina, we've got Summers moving over to bikini.
Yeah,
She's moving to bikini.
Okay.
Yeah, so and we've got a few others as well. I can't even remember off the top of my head. I feel bad.
Yeah,
but
you're right. And
Brandon Harris.
That's the one. Yep.
Yeah.
With the lineup from last night, who's to say we're not going to get a couple more too? So
Yeah, I mean the lineup was sensational. You could probably place any of those girls as pros right now.
Well, I mean, Alice she was 7th in the world on a recent world tour as well. So
yeah, exactly. So I mean, it was a sensational comp. I want to really thank Mike O'Mara for having us here. You know, sold out. We're right at the front, you know, doing our thing. So I really enjoyed that. I want to thank you for doing the wrap-up video as well. You know, kind of last-minute thing. So for Xavier Wills, Shane Humphries, RX Muscle Australia.